Previously seen on Noobscape, a noob was in his natural environment until he decided no more. He decided to gain defense levels and finally achieve pro status. But now it is time for the real progress. Everyone's goals when it comes to God Wars Dungeon are to achieve 1. The Trollheim Teleport, 2. The Dragon Defender, 3. Nezzy's not helmet, 4. The Fire Cape, 5. Bandos gloves, and 6. Piety Prayer. Join me on an epic journey to achieve these 6 goals, even though we might not achieve 2 of them, but you will see as we go. Anyway, starting right off, we gotta dip into 70 prayer. This wasn't that hard. I just prayed to bones on the altar. The gods liked me a lot and they granted me the 70 of the prayer. Next off, we set out to a journey to Ardoin without the teleport, of course, because I didn't unlock that. And we thieved in our barrow set. Mildly embarrassing to be thieving at this level. Everyone around me was significantly lower, but not my fault, they're a bunch of noobs. And after that, we had to do Druidic Ritual to get our 3 Herblore, since we never started that. Got it all the way up to 35 using probably the most inefficient methods you could possibly imagine. But it doesn't matter because it's over, and that probably won't get trained ever again. But now it's adventure time. Where do we go first? We go to the troll stronghold, we help those trolls or whoever the hell it was, honestly I forget, and we get that quest to be able to go to God Wars Dungeon, but not before we complete the Egger's Ruse. This quest was full of a bunch of bullcrap and a really pain in the ass maze, and I'll never repeat that again until I'm required to in the later quest, but I don't want to do that on this, so never again. Once finally complete with Egger's Ruse, you better bet we were straight off to the Fire Cape. I didn't waste one single second. You know I'm messaging Jake, we're getting that Fire Cape, and that's immediately where we headed. I quickly geared up in the least newbie gear possible, but luckily from help with my main, I was looking some pretty fly right now. There was girls all over me. I'm sorry guys if I took your girl, not my fault. Won't do it again because I'm only getting 1 Fire Cape on this account until we go for the pet maybe. But anyway, Jad dropped pretty quick, easy fight, easy game. The Fire Cape was hard back in like 2006, but it's 2019, you got the blowpipe. It's not hard anymore, like it's really not. Okay, give me a challenge. The Fire Cape honestly is probably one of the coolest looking arenas, the Tistar, whatever the hell it's called, fight arena. I don't know how to pronounce those names, I don't really think anyone does, and if someone does know how to pronounce those names, they're probably just making it up and lying to you. But, like, I mean, just look at how beautiful this thing is. Anyway, after a pretty short-winded fight, Jad lost his breath, fainted, and I didn't resuscitate him, so I ended up getting his cape. And now it is time for one of the least favorite grinds I've ever done, ever. Getting the Dragon Dagger. I don't think anyone's ever liked going to the Warriors Guild, killing a bunch of mithril armor for tokens, and repeating until you could finally have enough tokens to go into the stupid giant whatever room you call it, and try to poke them to death for their little stabbies. Those stabbies are called defenders, and you have to get everyone all the way up from like bronze to iron, all the way up to rune, before you're actually able to transition over. And every time you get a dagger, it takes you a lot of time to get the next dagger. Some of them come like back to back and you get lucky, but others like this, you can visibly see that I'm getting frustrated and want to move on. And after finally the few hours of grinding, we finally achieved that Dragon Dagger. I got it. More than let's go, baby. To get out of there and never go back again. But now we've finally achieved some of the most important milestones: the teleport and access to God Wars, the Dragon Defender, and the Fire Cape. So what's next on our list? You better bet we're moving off for that Nezzy helm, the best looking helmet in the game. We're out there. So our adventure started up in the north, up in Winterfell. The North remembers. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is the barbarian village, not a old-time medieval village. And this quest has a mini one small favor in it, which if you don't know, it's basically if you give a mouse a cookie, he wants the entire fucking world, and you have to go around giant ass loops around this entire village, talking to every single not important character about what they want in their life story, and you have to go to the next person and repeat this until you finally come to a child who you like pay a crap load of money, like way more than this child should have, to pay off to get the item you need, and then reverse and give them all back. Anyway, I think this quest is pretty hilarious, and then ends with a pretty cool puzzle, which I've always liked, in the top of a room, and no spoiler alerts, but water expands, and that's how you solve it. And you finally get the barbarian helmet, but you don't ever need to buy one or put one on, because you're going to go straight to the other one, which is basically a Tale of Two Cities, where you start off by helping a douchebag king tax his citizens, which I decided that I was going to tax them for having windows. So a really cheap price of 1,000 GP per window. I think that's a steal. Like, if you guys are getting away with not paying $1,000 per window where you're from, good luck. I would keep on staying where you are because that's cheap. But in this town, we tax your windows, and then I also decided, since we didn't have enough tax money, I was going to go right back and tax those douchebags that have beards. 1,000 GP per beard. Even though I do have a beard, I think it's probably appropriate that you're paying your local government 1,000 GP per beard. Anyway, I decided that I was probably not going to help this douchebag king. The one on Nate Does Not was way better than the one on Yahtz So I helped the guy from Nate Does Not destroy the Troll King. We got in this like super badass formation, and then I decided that I was just gonna go ahead. You know, my boys helped me get here. I was gonna take on the Troll King all by myself. No big deal. I've been training strength non-stop in the Nightmare Zone for this actually exact moment today, and I put on that helmet. Oh baby, let me tell you about the Nate Does Not helmet. This thing is so sexy. You're literally like a Greek god with these wings that come off the side. Ooh, it is nice. So as I was grinding Nightmare Zone, I'd never realized how much smithing experience you get when you repair your barrow sets. Turns out I've gotten 1 to 6 smithing strictly off of using these barrows repair sets in player-owned houses. If I ever release a 99 smithing guide, which I'll tell you right now, I'm never going to release that. Anyway, you know I've been grinding that Nightmare Zone. More gains on the way, but we're getting that 99 strength, 99 attack really soon, so expect that out of me. And not to spoil anything, but I have taken Gigglepoop to the God Wars dungeon, and it turns out Gigglepoop, it makes Bandos scared shitless. This guy is just dropping things left and right. More to come on that in the future. For the meantime, rest in spaghetti, never forgetty!